Make-Believer. Welcome to S. McPherson's Madhouse. In today's video, I'm doing my writing journey number. I have no idea. I really have no idea what number this is. I've done a lot of writing journeys now. I think it's around number 30, but I probably should have checked this before I pressed record. Anyways, I'm going to begin with what I'm currently working on, which is Dark Saints Academy 3, which is called The Shadow Throne. I cannot remember if I've already shared the cover with you. If you follow me on Instagram and Facebook, then you have seen the cover, or if you're subscribed to my newsletter, you've also seen the cover. But just in case you have not seen the cover yet, here is the cover for Dark Saints Academy 3. As I swore I would, I have kept Dark Saints Academy to a trilogy. I am not going over 3 books like I did with the Last Adventure series, which went on to 6 books, and yeah, it became a huge part of my life, which was beautiful, but then all my other stories got pushed back on the writing schedule. So now I'm sticking to trilogies, maybe duologies, but I don't think I can do duologies. I think I need at least 3 books. I think 3 books is a good amount of books to have in a series. I mean, what do you think? Do you think 3 books? Do you think less than 3 books? Or do you think more than 3 books is a standard amount of books to have in a series? But anyways, I'm going for trilogies. So Dark Saints Academy 3 is the final book in the series. I have already fallen in love with these characters. Of course, I fell in love with them as I was planning them, even before I started writing them. I fell in love with the world, but I am loving working on this last installment. I'm loving the outcome, I'm loving the powers, I'm loving the involvement of the world and of certain aspects happening, so of course I won't give much away, but of course it still follows Riley, the Queen of Shadows, and Dante, the true Guardian of Light, on their journeys to battle/see differences or no differences between saints and demons. The Shadow Throne releases in April, and I'm so excited for people to get to read it. I'm already loving it, and it's still only in its 2nd draft. It's still got another draft slush plus editing plus another draft to go through, but I'm already loving it. And I know that, as always with writing, if you don't know, it's all about rewriting. It always gets better. The first draft is just telling yourself the story. It may not be very good in terms of how it's written, but the story is just formed in your mind, and then you get to the glory of, you know, putting in all the meat and the juice and the bones and all that good stuff. I think I've mentioned this before, so you might know, but yeah, my process is first you get the bones of the story down, so you just write the bare minimum of what actually is going to happen in your story, and then you move on to adding the flesh and the blood and the bones and of course the heart. I am also working on a Supernatural Prison series, which I'm calling Operation Supernatural Prison. It does have an official name for the series, which, yes, will be a trilogy. But I'm not going to give the series name away just yet, but it does involve witches and fae, and follows the life of a witch-fae hybrid. Actually, you know me, my dual perspective, so there's a guy and there's a girl, of course, and the girl, her name is currently Akira, but that is not decided. I basically have a list of names and people are currently voting on them. So if, again, you are not on my social media /newsletter, then here you go. Here are the names. Please tell me which name that you prefer from this list, and we'll see which one wins. But at the moment, Akira is pretty far in the lead, followed by, I think it was Arya or Kala. So yes, do let me know your votes. I am closing this vote probably in a week or 2, because then I really need to, you know, just give her a name. But anyways, so it follows the life of Akira for now, and the main male star, and it takes place in a prison, hence Supernatural Prison series. And I did give one teaser image away the other day. Around me you can see some magical symbols, and these symbols do play a part. Now, of course, these are not the actual factual symbols from the book. These are just symbols that I found, you know, and put together this image in Photoshop. But basically there will be symbols and power that's pretty cool, and that I haven't written before nor seen very much. So I'm looking really forward to diving into that, and of course the symbols that are actually happening will be revealed along the way. In other awesome news, my book Transform Your Life 365 Degrees finally arrived, as you all saw in my unboxing, and I have started writing it, and I am pleased to say that it is as good as I'd hoped. And in fact, some parts are even better. I'm now on the challenge for this month because it's just a monthly challenge. Again, doesn't matter when you started, but just you got a month to complete this challenge. And it is to do something nice for someone once a week. And so I have unconsciously been doing things, but now it just helps me to stay more aware. So the other day, someone was struggling with their shopping bags and they wanted to come into the elevator, so of course I held the door open, and I didn't think about it, but then when I thought about having to write something down, I was like, oh wait a minute, I held the door open. And then of course their hands were still full, so they couldn't press the button, and then I said, oh, what floor are you on? And they said, oh, 16, thank you so much, and I pressed the button. And then obviously when I was looking back and reflecting, I was like, oh, that was actually something very nice that I did. The response to Transform Your Life has been incredible. People seem to be really enjoying it. As it's such a thick book, you know, it's a bit daunting, but then you see that it's just little daily practices, things and stuff to do, and just helps you be more aware, more in the moment, more present, and yeah, really good response. So I'm loving it. If you have not got this book, you can get it in Kindle, but of course that doesn't have the lined pages to write on, or you can get it in paperback, and I will be linking all of these things below. And lastly in my writing journey is something that began 3 years ago that is still developing somehow, and that is At Water's Edge. So this is actually maybe more than 3 years ago now. So this is the original At Water's Edge, when it first began, my debut book, which is my baby, hugging it, loving it, all that good stuff. Over time, it has changed. The cover is now very different to what it originally was, and the cover is probably about to change again, because At Water's Edge was recently picked up by a publisher. So of course, when I first began this journey, I just thought I have the story in my head, in my heart, and it needs to get out, it needs to be written, and I did not try agents or anything. I just thought I want to write a book. But then recently met a publisher, and they were like, we want to publish it for you. And now it's only in the Middle East for the moment. Middle East and possibly China for the moment. So we'll see if it expands to my biggest market, which at the moment is actually the States and the UK. So we'll see if it expands to there, but still super excited. They are going to, of course, eventually get into stores. I'll be doing book signings and going to book fairs. So I'm really excited for that journey to transpire with this beauty. And that is all for the writing journey so far. And just to recap on the questions, do let me know which name you prefer for the leading lady of Operation Supernatural Prison. At the moment it is Akira, because Akira is well in the lead. I do think that I'll still be picking some of these names and naming other characters them within the series because I like these names. But if you think another name would be better for the leading lady from this list, then do let me know, and of course I will go with the most voted on name. And secondly, how many books do you think is a good amount for a series? 2 books, 3 books, more than 3 books, 6 books, 8 books, ongoing? And of course, if you have any questions about writing / publishing in the indie market, then do let me know and I will answer them in my next writing video. Whoop whoop! And as always, thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed this video, then please give it a thumbs up / like, and if you like all my other videos, then please subscribe / follow. And until next time, I'll see you. Bye!